The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. We've heard this tale ad nauseum. On the other side, it's encouraging to know that the majority of pundits are predicting a fantastic 2024 once this monster finally cracks. The certainty has set in, although that may be the most likely outcome. We in the XRP community have been patiently waiting for this for what seems like an eternity. Despite XRP's constrained movement in tandem with the market, we essentially missed the previous market cycle. There was no new all-time high that we could witness. I don't mean this as a woe is me statement, I'm only stating the obvious. It is reasonable to assume that the XRP community has endured more hardship than any other cryptocurrency group. When the SEC attacks, I mean that. Well, I guess you could say this is in the bad luck category, yet there is cause for optimism. Something intriguing has been going on behind the scenes, something that the ordinary retail trader has no idea about or hasn't seen, while Bitcoin has been drifting sideways, as pointed out by the chain analytics business Santion. However, I must emphasize that I am not providing financial advice and do not possess any kind of financial experience. Please do not base your purchases or sales on anything I say. As a pastime and for pleasure, I love producing films on YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects. I'm simply an enthusiast. Do you remember the other day when XRP went down and the market as a whole was down? It seems like a long time ago, maybe 3 or 4 days ago, but now it all seems like a haze. However, I was thinking, there are days when XRP is doing well, when almost everything else is doing poorly. Today is just another typical day. Not that it's an outrageous sum, either. Every single day this last week hasn't been absolutely wild, has it? At the moment I am recording this, XRP was 1.48% higher than 52 cents, while Bitcoin was at a 3% decline. A sea of crimson with a hint of green, as anybody watching the TV will tell you. Coins with a solid track record are among them, incidentally. Aside from that, almost everything else is simply crimson. What do you think about that? Even if it's just one data point, maybe we can draw some conclusions about why XRP isn't performing as well as other currencies on a given day if anybody was worried. That is, until you realize, well, maybe it's just a data point, so it doesn't really matter. In addition, we must observe the development of price action over an extremely lengthy duration. That might be more important. Simply said, it doesn't matter whether it's a day or a week. A month, a quarter, or even 6 months is meaningless. I am unable to recall a single 6-month period in the last 15 years when I could examine it and make an informed prediction on the future value of XRP. The same holds true whether the market is in a bull or bear phase. If XRP and the crypto asset class continue to grow in size and popularity, then the fact is that they will either continue to move in tandem or they will not. Shorter periods don't provide much useful information, however. XRP has consistently been in the top 10 coins by market cap, and it is one of just 3 cryptocurrencies. I can't help but wonder whether everyone else feels the same way. It has persisted for more than 10 years, despite a SEC assault, so I'm not completely insane. Wow, that's really ridiculous. That is really unusual. Throughout their entire existence, only XRP, Bitcoin, and ETH have remained in the top 10. Here, however, you can see that XRP is entertaining. It occurred to spike earlier today, at around 4 in the morning Central Time, my time zone, and has been steadily rising since then, from more over 52 cents to $52.70. With a score of 60 out of 100, this is the Crypto Greed and Terror Index. People are still too optimistic, despite the fact that prices are mostly staying put. To emphasize this point, chart experts like Raghu provide in-depth updates on the state of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market as a whole. This morning, he just shared a post instead. It's wonderful to take a break from the screen, he adds, as Bitcoin casually asks, how's everyone's weekend going? As a result, it's, much more stable. Bitcoin is idly waiting for anything to happen before making any moves. It seems that most people agree with that. Yes, I do have another example for you. These kinds of viewpoints are shown by many individuals. However, this morning, Crypto Caesar, a chart analyst, wrote, "In my opinion, we settle somewhere between $40,000 and $45,000. Until the end of the month. I would put my money on this." As a result, you've probably heard the trite saying, the longer the base, the higher the end space, before. In other words, the longer you accumulate, the bigger the pot. Upon its eventual removal, he believes it would be bullish. Fine, I understand. Imagine for a second that we're stuck in this dull time zone, and that it continues to remain so for the next many weeks. I can't promise it will come true, but it's certainly been going on behind the scenes. Sanitation has written about that. It is why contrasting it with the normal behavioral actions of a Lamina retail speculator is so intriguing. As far as investment is concerned. I mean, come on, if you're sitting on a ton of Bitcoin or some other cryptocurrency, it's probably not by accident. Could you be doing something different than the average retail speculator who makes impulsive financial decisions all the time? That's the big question. The information that Santiment delivered this morning is as follows. Between $41,000 and $44,000 is the current range for Bitcoin. But this week, whale wallets are making a huge move. Afterwards, there are 2 bullet points offered. First and foremost, and this is very crucial, is the range of 1,000 to 10,000. Digital currency wallets are 1958. That is the most since November 2022, and it happened on February 1st. As of the time of posting, there were 1,958 wallets in the pool of those holding between 10,000 and 1 million bitcoins, according to their calculations. That category isn't easy to be in. However, it has been becoming more interesting to watch the whales' antics and the chaps. Next, a separate bucket fell. Look at the one below it. This, in my opinion, makes the issue much more clear. January 1st, 2023 saw 13,735 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin wallets, the lowest number since November 2022. There has been a lot of panic recently, but it's fascinating to see the optimism here as well. Some people are getting bored with crypto until something big happens, so it's clear that whales are accumulating. This is the point that chain analytics firm Santiment is making. Your attentiveness is really appreciated, and I am grateful. No matter how quote-unquote thrilling the activity becomes, there will always be those that are intrigued, just like you and me. It piques my curiosity daily. Michael Vanderpop, a chart analyst, has included this as well. This graphic, which he uploaded, shows the overall market cap of all cryptocurrencies minus Bitcoin and Ethereum. According to his writing, all currencies are prepared for their next push and may reach X in the next months. There are critical regions that must be held in order to produce a higher low, and then the next push might begin. Therefore, he is quite bullish about cryptocurrencies and predicts that they will have a meteoric rise in the near future. While 2x may not seem like much, it may add up to a lot of drama if discussed over a short amount of time and particularly in the presence of potential rotation. So, we'll have to wait and see. Here's another tale that has always piqued my interest. The message is from Bill Morgan, an attorney. He made this public, but it exemplifies the mindset required to invest in XRP in the real world. Therefore, I figured I'd tell you about it. This piqued my curiosity, so I figured you may too. As a result, this is what lawyer Bill Morgan put down on paper. And that's just from this morning. Individuals' responses to the information will vary. What has the price movement of XRP been like in comparison to other currencies in the last several months? He's referring to an article that Good Morning Crypto posted. The value of XRP has been falling behind other major currency nearly immediately. Once again, prioritize your timescale above others. Over the last year, XRP has fared better than a number of other currencies, including those that I own. So, we're basically done. Feel free to steer whatever storyline that suits you. It irritates me much that there are those who still do not understand that. That, however, warrants its own discussion. Therefore, there existed a decent encrypted one that pointed in the right direction and would have worked just well. Bill Morgan remarked, people will react differently to that data, and he shared the message. I had no clue my in-laws were crypto enthusiasts until tonight when I chatted with them. We rode the innovative wave to the top of the food chain. I'm talking about conference scheduled for next month. Now we can turn our attention to XRP and the March Wave of Innovation conference. Even though he had never brought up cryptocurrency before, the fact that he boasts 100,000 XRP astounded me. The reason being that XRP's value has dropped significantly in recent months. Further 30,000 XRP are on his shopping list, he informed me. That is all. Listen, I'm not trying to advise you to purchase or not buy. In fact, I'm completely clueless about the future. The movement of the XRP price, particularly on shorter timescales. On the other hand, I can understand this way of thinking. Because everyone is freaking out and feeling just downright gloomy. There has the most potential for growth in that area. In contrast, when overwhelming joy is present, that ought to be terrifying, as you could be approaching the peak, but instead individuals feel joyful. However, at this particular moment, when everyone is freaking out, I really see the logic in this idea. After all, that's the kind of person who understands the point. You should be afraid of those who are greedy when other people are afraid, as Warren Buffett put it. If anything, people are more scared here, and I get that we're both thinking about the market as a whole. Regarding XRP in particular, however, I don't recall seeing such negative emotion for quite some time. That being said, it's bad enough that those whose temperaments make them more susceptible to unfavorable price action are going to the extent of taking to social media to express their frustration, even if it isn't the majority. That is why I am stating that this is really problematic. This is the first time in years that I've seen it. On the other hand, this chart of the price of XRP was published by Analyst Dark Defender, who also said the following. He has a positive outlook. Also, XRP apologies, but I have some news to share on the recent breach in the XRP daily RSI indicator. We can see a positive divergence around 52.86 cents, which suggests that XRP is more strong than last week, but the price is lower. After that 60 cents, there will be some little resistance. So, keep that in mind. We were almost there, and we're predicting that you can anticipate a surge to 60 cents once that barrier is breached. In the last day, we've risen as high as 52.7 cents. Once again, he's stating it at 52.86 cents. Here we have a malfunctioning item. To find out whether that occurs, keep an eye on the 60-day moving average resistance. That push-up is something I would be open to seeing again. Perhaps there will be a noticeable decrease in online complaints. But that's a lot to ask. My original intent was to suggest that online complainers tone it down a little. Can it be done at all? Nothing has persuaded me. Next, here's what Chart Analyst 2 has to say. Greg Crypto sharing the following graph XRP market analysis. While writing the subsequent XRP value. Zooming in without losing the overall view. The ripple effect in the financial sector is being caused by XRP, the game changer. The measured motion of the descending triangle is about done, so let's go into the details while keeping the big picture in mind. At 5.236, I don't think it should drop below 45.2 cents. Especially in the presence of uneven formations, there is a possibility that it may enter the red region in a running situation. Those of you who are watching on the screen may see that I may be referring to the 35-cent range or somewhere in the middle of the 30s, but, if that were to occur, it would be optimistic, and we would not necessarily see it. He continued by saying, I have a high degree of conviction that this is a regular formation, and then he supplied this chart, another XRP price chart marked up differently, and indicated that the drop in August at 41 cents is likely the lowest point. We have three options for the second wave space, so let's have a look at them now. The exciting upside, nevertheless, leads directly to Valhalla. He is hopeful, nevertheless, that a significant development will occur when this monster finally gives way. A little, baby boobage-shaped face will melt at the sight of that. This period of icky melting goo is going to be great, and I've been waiting for it. Doing absolutely nothing while we wait is all we can do. In any case, I hold that belief. Having said that, If you're still alive and not writhing like a chicken with its head ripped off, then I applaud you. Good for you if you're keeping your cool. It's acceptable to feel some uncertainty, worry, anguish, or whatever. Being human is all about navigating these emotions. No, it in no way indicates that you are wicked or ignorant. Making fun of regular people who speculate on retail sales for a job is simply something I like doing sometimes. That being said, I can relate, I've been there too. Making fun of it is also acceptable. We should just enjoy ourselves. Additionally, we should not rely major budgetary choices on our fuel fields. I am only stating that. Well, that's about it. Oh, we're just like everyone else. But that's the beauty of repetition, it serves as a helpful reminder that you are human. Plus, you've definitely done these things at some time. I have experience with it. Though I used to have fuel fields in my head, I'm now just this robotic thing, and I never really made any financial choices based on them. Here I am, an XRP bot. The sound is rather endearing. That's not my area of expertise. No matter what, you shouldn't purchase or sell. Do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Catch you later, farewell.